failed at tasks, goals, or just my life in general is something that I've really struggled with. When I try for something, truly give it my all, and still fail, I'm left feeling like I should have never tried it anyway and spiraling into like a self-hate. The problem with this is that it makes everything I do an opportunity to get hurt rather than something that I wanted to do. And so I operate through life trying to avoid the pain, avoid the failure, avoid this hate spiral, avoid all of the bad. But when I'm avoiding everything I want to do, I'm not really getting any of the good either. So my birthday is in a couple of days. I'm about to turn 27. And while I'm excited for a birthday, I also have, in this past week or two leading into my birthday, been thinking about all of the things that I thought I would be at 27. This is a feeling I've gotten used to, especially once I got past the big 25 and didn't have the marriage, the white picket fence, the 2.5 kids and a dog. Once we crossed that hurdle, I got a lot more prepared for the hurdles that were to come. But I just have been thinking about entering my late 20s, and I've been trying to grapple with all that has gone wrong, all that I really tried for that I didn't get, all of the shots I took that I missed, and all of the ventures I tried that failed. You've heard me talk about failure on this channel before, and I think for once, rather than just stewing in it and feeling bad about it and hating myself, I think for once I've found a little something that has started to make the rest of my life feel a little bit less daunting. As I wrap up 26, I will also be wrapping up a therapeutic process that I have been doing the past couple of months under the direction of my therapist and also of myself. Basically, like, deal with life and learn how to do something hard, learn how to do something I might fail at without it beating me down as much as it has beaten me down these past couple of years. That great, phenomenal secret process is that I have been writing a novel. But it's not writing the novel itself that has brought me this transformation, so don't think that you have to open up Scrivener and suddenly become an author. It's not that. It is what writing a novel has taught me and what you have to do in order to write a novel, the mental processes that have to fire to make it to the point of finishing. So I actually just got back from a cafe. That's why I'm like slightly dressed. A cafe where I wrote a chapter, and then after that I said, oh, let me do a little bit of plotting. And I realized I only have 5 chapters left to finish my novel. So I thought, wouldn't it be so fun, so fresh, and so cute if I finished the novel while I was 26 and then got to go into editing it as a 27-year-old? Wouldn't that be so spiritual? So it is a challenge, because I basically have 3 days to get 10,000 words written, and that's some serious business. But it is a challenge that I want to take on because I've really been enjoying this novel process, and I really just want to kind of put a stamp on all of my learnings throughout these past couple of months that I've been writing and really solidify these lessons for myself. So each of the 3 days that I have left to finish this novel, we are going to write together. I'll tell you about how the writing has been going, and most importantly, I will tell you about a principle that I've taken into my writing practice that I think can help you in your life, in all practices. Learn to better deal with failure and learn to just enjoy your life. So yeah, we are gonna pick up tomorrow. I'm gonna do some writing and we can start getting into what it is that I've been doing that has been helping me so much. I just finished writing chapter 28. It was 2,400 words, just about, which puts the overall word count for the story at just over 64,000 words so far. I feel pretty neutral after doing that. Nothing crazy happened that chapter. I think if I'd finished on 65,000 words, I might have celebrated that word count, but I feel pretty neutral. Just happy I got some writing in. One of the 3 things that writing has taught me that I'm bringing into my life that I want to share with you guys. Writing takes forever. So about a year minimum to finish a novel. So it takes a very long time, lots of efforts, multiple hundreds of thousands of words that you have to sit there and type it yourself. It takes forever and it's very competitive. So writing is the kind of thing that you have to do for the love of the game. You cannot just wake up one day and say, I want to be an author, and it's like a week-long little mini project. It's very intense. And because of that, writing has taught me that I cannot only be focused on my goals. A lot of times the end goal of things is outside of my sphere of control. I don't control if a literary agent decides to pick me up. I don't control if a publishing house decides to publish my book. I don't control if you specifically go to the store and buy my book. That's all up to other people. The only thing that's up to me is whether or not I write it and whether or not I have fun writing it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sticking to the consistency of my writing. I said I would wake up early and do my writing these mornings, so I'm gonna do it. And I enjoy it, so I'm gonna do it. But I'm not gonna be worried about finishing before my birthday and hitting this imaginary deadline I made for myself, just for the sake of having a catchy little slogan of I wrote a novel when I was 26. If I was spending all of my time focused on the end, I would never finish. There's no way I could write 65,000 words of a first draft that I already know is trash. I already know I have to rewrite at least half of it, if not all of it. I could not sit there and do that if all I was worried about was the day I got published and made a little bit of money and got to have people buy my book. It's simply impossible. I have to enjoy the process because it's the only way the process is going to get done with something as long and intensive, something as sometimes futile as writing a book and trying to get it traditionally published. And get this, your life is very time consuming. It's going to take your whole life to do it. The things that you want in life are probably things that other people want. They're probably things that are competitive or difficult for you to acquire. There are some things that you wanted in life or that you will want in life that you will learn are futile efforts. Maybe you played basketball in high school and wanted to go pro, but you hurt yourself, or you discovered, 5'9" is not actually all that tall when it comes to pro. Whatever the cases are, for the things that you feel like you've failed at, those long-lasting, time-consuming, competitive, difficult, and futile efforts have found you and they will continue to find you. So how do we get through them? And how do we not beat ourselves up for the outcome of getting through them? It's by making the getting through the part that you're there for. I'm writing my novel because I like writing, because I want to tell this story, because I think it's fun. I am not writing my novel for my author signing day at some super huge event that my publisher has set up for me. I would love to get to that day. It'll be so fun. I'm going to have a grantastic time. But that can't be why I'm writing the book. Because that day is at least 2 years down the line, and that's assuming I finish the book tomorrow, which is not going to happen. And that day is one day out of years spent in this process. You have to live for right now. You have to just do the things that you enjoy because you enjoy them. And I understand wanting things. I understand having goals. I understand wanting to achieve a certain level of success to sort of validate yourself and make you feel like you've done something worth your time. But whatever you do is worth your time. You're going to spend your time doing it. So you may as well try to have fun with that process. So I woke up at 7 this morning to do some early morning writing, which I've been enjoying that routine. I kind of got out of it. It is post my birthday. 27-year-old in the house. I had a fantastic birthday weekend, but I'm back in my 7 a.m. writing routine. I did about 45 minutes this morning, and I finished up the chapter 29. I'm writing chapter 30. It's my third to last, I think, chapter. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm kind of thinking draft 2, I might cut this whole chapter. I don't like it. But for right now, I need to write it. And maybe when I read the whole draft, I'll change my mind. But right now, I don't like it. I'm not having fun. Let's really quickly wrap this up because I'm over it with this chapter. Okay, so that took no time at all to finish. Mostly just because I didn't want to spend any time on it. Although this 900 words was not great to write. Overall, the manuscript is currently at 66,994 words. So that took a lot of great words, a lot of great chapters, a lot of great passages, a lot of fun times, a lot of learning, and a lot of growth in order for me to get here. I can't let every bad chapter that I write completely stop me and slow me down, because then I never finish. This is just how writing a book works. If every day you sit down and write, eventually a book will be there, whether or not each word you wrote was the best word you've ever put on paper. Writing a book being iterative gives me this sense of safety when I'm writing it, and it makes me feel like, hey, this doesn't have to be the best thing I've ever written. As a matter of fact, it shouldn't be. My only goal right now is to get a story to exist on the paper in draft 2, in iteration 2, in my next version. I can start to make it a little better, and then draft 3 can make it a little better, and then maybe by draft 4 or 5 I'll have something actually good. But right now, that's not what I have to worry about. All I have to worry about is showing up for myself. And that is something that I'm really trying to bring more into my everyday life. I really struggle with feeling like I failed. I really struggle with not even starting things because I feel like I will fail. I really struggle with understanding how to pick myself back up when I fail. But I think looking at my life as iterations or as drafts can help me out, as it has helped me with my novel. So that when I have, a step in a process, like say I'm trying to get a degree, when I do poorly on a test, it doesn't feel like I screwed up the whole degree. It's just a weird 900-word chapter in a 66,000-word manuscript, and it's just iteration 1. The class will have other tests. I will take other classes. I have many drafts to get to a point where I've earned this degree. So worrying so much about the poor outcome of this one thing is just not worth the energy. I have to forgive myself for making mistakes, for not being perfect on the first try, and for needing more than one try at things to get it right. I have to give myself that grace in order to maintain the motivation to finish this story, which I've almost done. So I've given myself a lot of grace throughout this process. And grace is something that I have to continue to give myself throughout life. I just finished a novel. I just finished writing a novel. 71,817 words. No big deal. I just finished writing a novel. If I'm completely honest, writing the novel, finishing, didn't feel that significant. Honestly, yesterday, finishing my second and last chapter had more of an effect on me for some reason. Today, it was just kind of like, okay, finish that chapter, but it doesn't really feel like I just accomplished this monumental task. And that brings us into the third lesson that writing has really taught me that I'm going to have to actively practice right now because I just don't feel it. And that is that you need to celebrate yourself. Celebrate your victories. It is so, the tendency to accomplish something big, something small, something that you care about, something that the world cares about, whatever it is, to accomplish something and then just act like, oh, well, because I did it, it must be easy. So it's not that big of a deal. And just move on with your day. That tendency is so high and so strong. And I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to allow it in you, and I don't allow it in me. And that's what has been an active part of my writing process, is really taking a second to think about what I've just done and be happy for myself for doing it. So that's what we're going to do now. I'll actually show you how it's done. Because like I said, I low-key feel nothing, but we're gonna get into it. Like I said, I just accomplished a monumental task. Actually monumental. I've started novels before. I've started 4, and I never finished any of them. This is the one that I finished. I wrote 71,000 words that are a cohesive-ish story. That's a crazy thing to do, and I did. I honestly haven't done a creative project in quite a while, because I've just been kind of beat up by them, to be honest. But I did something. I set out to write a novel and I wrote it. I wrote it. It's written. It exists now. It's in the world. It doesn't feel like a failure for once. It's not the best novel. It's not even good. It's not even a good novel. It doesn't even make sense at this point. But I wrote it. So yeah, I've been rambling for 8 minutes. I don't think I could leave this whole clip in the video, so I'm gonna stop now. But yeah, celebrate yourself. Let yourself be freaking happy, because you are doing amazing things in this world. You really are. Now, obviously, you don't have to write a book. You don't have to become a novelist to start to tackle this feeling of struggling with failure in your life. But you do have to live your life like you're writing a book. By that I mean you need to start learning how to enjoy each day and each second that's happening rather than just focusing on your end goals and only enjoying yourself if you achieve them. You also need to be able to forgive yourself for messing up, right? Like I said, achieving these goals is great, but just because it's great doesn't mean you're always going to achieve every single one of them the first time that you try. Life is hard. Doing great things is hard, and it will probably lead to failures, stumbles, and mistakes along the way. And you have to be able to look at yourself and say, you know what, that didn't go the way that I wanted to, but it's okay. And I'm gonna let myself be allowed to not be perfect. And the key thing that you can do, even if you're not a novelist, is to celebrate each of your wins. Celebrate your high moments so that nothing ends up feeling small. It's so easy to achieve something and write it off as, oh, if I achieved it, it must have been easy, it must have not been that big of a deal, so there's no reason for me to focus on it. It's so easy to achieve something and think that you're celebrating yourself, think that you're happy about it, but really, after all of those weeks or months or years of work that went into your goal, you only gave yourself about 30 seconds and a grin. And you deserve so much more than that. Like, seriously guys, thank you for making it to this point in the video. Thank you for following me along on this journey. I know that I haven't really mentioned writing the novel in the past couple of months that I've been doing it, so maybe it's something that you guys weren't primed for, didn't really care about, but I hope that it garnered a good discussion outside of just the fact that I was writing the words. And I will leave you with this one final question. How can you start living for your life now instead of waiting for your life later? I want to thank you guys for watching. I will see you all next time, in which we will discuss more of what is going on in my 20s and how the hell I'm figuring it all out. Click on one of the videos that's appearing on screen. If you liked this one, that one will be similar, so definitely check it out. I'll see you next week. Bye.